guys, welcome to Talk Nerdy to Me, brought to you by WeBF.com. I'm Yoshi, this is Brittany, and we're here to talk nerdy to you. So, Brittany, tell me about yourself real quick.
I am 23 years old. I have been cosplaying since 2012.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. I started in high school, kind of made my way up. It's nice to have grown-up money, because
I bet.
now you can buy, figures and all those things.
I feel that broke life, so.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, I go to a lot of local Phoenix cons. I've been to a few California ones. I really liked those. They're just a little more expensive.
Yeah, especially the one in San Diego and everything.
Yep.
Like, I wish I had the money for that, but...
Yeah. I have not been able to get into SDCC, but I've been to Anime Expo in 2016. Oh my god, it was amazing.
Was it?
The only thing that sucked was I was not 21 yet, so I could not get into the Teddy Lloyd concert, and I couldn't drink.
That sucks. Mm-hmm. I mean, being drunk at cons is pretty fun.
Oh yes, it is my favorite. My favorite thing.
So did anime get you into cons, or like what got, or not cons, but did anime get you into cosplay, or what got you into that?
So 2012 would have been my sophomore year, I think. The person that I hung out with all the time at the time was just like always anime, wall scrolls everywhere.
Nice.
What's funny is I thought cosplay was dumb when I was younger.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh, what's the point? And then obviously I changed my mind. I watched a lot of anime with my friends because they were just doing it all the time. So
just weebing out.
Yeah, I was like, why not? I loved the weeby things, the hentai faces, all that. And I ended up getting really into it really fast. Kill la Kill was probably like the anime that really just yanked me in full force. And
the lewd of the lewd.
Yes, that was my first cosplay. Sophomore year, I think I was 16, so...
Did you do the safe for work or the not safe for work version of that?
Oh, the safe for work. Okay. My mom would not let me.
Would destroy you. Yeah, I feel that, because I've seen a few girls cosplay that, and there are so many nosebleeds at cons because of that cosplay. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm pretty sure like thousands of weebs have died because of her cosplay.
Oh, yes. But I even do a double take, because I'm just like, girl, you look so good.
Right?
Dang.
It's like so surprising when they like pull it off. Speaking of pulling off, you pulled off that May cosplay really well. That's actually the one that we have on the poster that we use to like promote and everything for this. But spot on, May. Do you actually play Overwatch?
I do. I actually got back into it recently. I kind of took a break for a while. Mm-hmm. I'm still not that great, but I can definitely play a good May on...
she can be so annoying when people troll with her when she puts up the ice wall and everything. You can't even get out of spawn. You're just like...
On No Limits, I am just constantly just getting back into my little ice triangle, and I mean, that's like a
perfect metaphor for weebs, though, just getting into that little ice block and kind of separating themselves from everyone.
Little safe TP.
Right? I love it. So aside from like May and Overwatch, like what other anime are you into?
Oh, there's a ton. So I already talked about Kill la Kill. I really like No Game No Life a lot. I'm actually planning a tattoo of Shiro.
That would be really cool. You're gonna have to show us when you get that tattoo and everything.
Yes, I am very excited. Dead Man Wonderland.
Ooh, that one's really good.
That was one of my very first ones.
That one's not going on anymore though, is it?
No.
Yeah, because I watched the first season of that and super gory, great story, but it's just another one of those where it just wasn't popular enough for some reason.
And it just drops off the face of the earth.
Yeah, and it's like, why? Like, our weeby hearts are just like broken after that.
We cry.
Right? So just one tear. just one tear. So, let's see. Sorry, I forgot about this one. Oh, can you do any anime impersonations?
I cannot. I'm sure after a few drinks at con, I probably could try, but I am...
Bring her another! Another!
Yeah, I can't do the moans or anything. I try, but my voice is too deep.
A lot of e-girls doing the whole Ahiego Face now. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, do you think it's a little too much? Like, is it going to break the internet? Or do you think that's a good thing for weeb culture? All these girls doing the Ahiego Face.
I think it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, yes, it's cool because it's getting more people into anime and like the whole weeb culture. On the other hand, it's like there's a lot of people who probably don't really like anime or like take interest in that kind of thing.
And they're getting like the wrong idea from it, because at that point it's like you're only representing the lewd aspect of anime. And I mean, I love the Ahiego Face. I think it's cool. I have that tank top that's just like smothered in Ahiego Face, but you know, it's like there's more to anime than just that. So if you were to get like a newbie, like you were saying, like people that are getting into anime, what shows would you recommend for them?
You know, that's actually a good question because I'm slowly trying to get one of my friends into anime a little more. Not that it's technically an anime, but I kind of got them into Steven Universe.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a slow weed in, right?
Yeah, you know, you're slow steps at first. You're not just like kicking down the door and being like, watch this.
Anime boobs
just
now.
yelling at them in Japanese. You know, like that would terrify me. But
yeah, I know.
So you start off with Steven Universe, and then what are you thinking of getting them into next?
I'm thinking maybe like a good romance anime.
Yeah.
Like, cause you know it's a girl, so.
Oh, okay.
You know, maybe like a Twilight-esque type thing. I really like Blue Spring Ride a lot. That's one of my most guilty pleasure romances I've ever like watched.
It's okay. My guilty pleasure is Sword Art Online, as the rest of our crew will tell you. I love it. And I mean, that's got like the romantic aspect with like Kirito and Asuna and everything. And it's, you know, if you go in an MMO, you're going to run into at least 20 Kiritos at the very least. And then, you know, our graphic designer was bringing up, if you go into like the VR, so many, and it's kind of overwhelming. But
VR chat?
What?
VR chat?
Yeah, VR chat, you're overwhelmed with Kirito. I'm okay with it, but 90% of the like weeb community just shits on them. But
you know, I did not hate Sword Art Online. I just I watched the first season, I liked it, and then I just kind of, it was one of those
just
things
that sentence alone, like, we're friends.
There you go.
You know, because I mean, I have such a hard time finding people that are into Sword Art Online, but I like it because the actual romance and everything that's involved, like, it seems a realistic progression with their like relationship and stuff. There are some points where I just want to throw something at both of them because of like how they act, but you know, that's, most relationships are like that. But tell me about the one that you're talking about. What was it? Blue Spring?
Oh, Blue Spring Ride. It's like one of those cliche, like, you know, two high school kids in love. They're never gonna freaking tell each other they're in love, and then the last episode, like, maybe there's a kiss and that's about
like
it.
they're just in there just...
Yeah, pretty much just them. I don't know.
Right, and that's... I don't know if I would want a real relationship like that. You know, I'm more... kind of into yandere, you know, as weird as it would be. Like, I want a girl to sit there and be like, I'm gonna kill you, but I love you. But I'm gonna kill you if anyone talks to you. And it's like, okay. Like, I am into it, but like, I'm also slightly terrified at the same time. Tsundere, I feel like I would just get impatient. Like, do you like me? Do you not like me? What's happening? It's like the kid that just throws a kickball at you in elementary school. But then they're like, I like you. And you're like, get away from me. But I do like Tsundere because they do have those cute elements and everything. It's just, you ship them so hard and nothing ever seems to happen in those.
Yes, that's my like whole point to it. Yeah, is that like you get so into it, you get so into like the girl or the guy in the relationship, and like I personally had a huge crush on the dude.
Yeah.
Because I did watch it when I like was first starting anime. And I was just totally in love with him. Like, if you go into my Facebook, like, all of my timeline covers are him for like a year.
So you would say he's like your husbando?
Oh, yes.
Like, by far.
Yes.
So that's your husbando. What about your waifus?
Ooh, my waifu, I'm probably gonna have to say mine are kind of cliche, but I really like Ryuko a lot.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yes. Mako, even though she's from the same show, she's more of like my like spirit animal. Like, she is
I love her personality. Yes. Like, she's just super bubbly and nothing seems to get her down. It could be the most intense situation and then she just pops in and has that really great comedic relief, and it's beautiful. Yes. So Mako, and then who else?
I'd say one of my only other husbandos is Uta from Tokyo Ghoul.
Ooh.
I am like in love with him.
I mean, I'm actually rocking some Tokyo Ghoul.
I saw that. I was like, ooh.
I even have the hat. Like, I really like Tokyo Ghoul.
I
have some wall scrolls in there, and it's really cool. It's like the white-haired Kaneki with like the bitch Kaneki, because he doesn't do anything until like the end, and like when Jason's torturing him and everything, and badass scene. I've been recommending Tokyo Ghoul to so many people, especially like our graphic designer. I've been trying to get her to watch Tokyo Ghoul. She still hasn't watched it, but you know, it's
wow.
Oh, yeah.
I took it.
You took your shot?
Yep.
We finally got her to take her shot. Like, let's just... I'm so proud of her. So proud of her. So for you guys that don't know, we've been waiting probably like 30 minutes for her to take this shot. And
I've been sipping on it.
Sipping. She took half. But I'm proud of her regardless. So back to the anime and the important stuff here. So those are your waifus and everything. So what is your next cosplay? So we touched on May. I know you've done a really dope Jigsaw like cosplay and everything. What others do you have planned?
So over quarantine, I've been slowly but surely working on a few. I have Jill Valentine from Resident Evil 5.
Oh, very nice.
She has like a jumpsuit, and then she has like a red light up brooch on her chest.
Okay.
And like my favorite level of the game, you have to like rip it off.
Ooh.
Like, and it's just so cool because she's basically being mind controlled by Wesker, so you have to try to like take it off without hurting her, but she's also shooting you, so.
That sounds extremely difficult.
Yes, I am. So I just got the suit. I'm still working on getting a nice wig. It's kind of hard to find like decent blonde wigs that don't look fake.
It's very true.
I'm very like, I want to like, if I take pictures in it, I don't want the flash to like show like little dangles or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
Where do you get your wigs usually? Do you just order through Amazon, or is there like a specific shop that you like to go through?
There's like 3 I kind of shuffle through depending on like the price. So like if I'm willing to be a little more bougie, I'll get it off of Unixco, or I'll do Amazon sometimes. And then there's also one called Uvimi. That one's more like realistic looking wigs. They do sell a little bit of anime wigs, but like not too many. It's all kind of like K fashion kind of stuff.
Okay, so is that something that you would like have to style yourself and everything if you bought from there?
I probably would have to style that specific one because I'm not really seeing like a ponytail one because she wears it in a ponytail for the costume. So I mean, it's just a simple little, which is nice. As to where with May, it was like I tried to style a wig, and it was a bun, and like the bun wigs were all just like really small. I don't know if it's because I have a fat head or what, but like they just do not fit. So
I mean, it looked really good though. So however you did it, like you can do my wigs like anytime because I want to get like the Kakashi style going, but yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Thankfully with May, I used my real hair. It just
see, that's super convenient.
I just kind of bunned it, and then the biggest pain in the butt besides the tank was the hairpin that she has.
Oh, because she has the like cross like hairpins in the back and everything.
So I had to take like 2 sets of chopsticks that hadn't been ripped apart yet, and I glued them together. And then I found like a circle red container, and I just painted it, and then I just glued it on top, and then I did the little keychain.
Nice. Can you do any of the like May voice lines?
I can't do her voice, but my favorite one of hers that I like to spam when people get mad and they start spamming, like, you know.
That happens in Overwatch way too much. I do it with Genji all the time.
My favorite one is when she's like, I tried my best.
I mean, that's essentially every cosplayer, though. You know, they try their best. So going into that, do you think that cosplayers can do whatever cosplay they want?
Oh, hell yes.
Like, you don't think there's any limits, whether it's going to be like your skin color or, you know, like sex, like gender. If I wanted to do Starfire, I would rock that like sexy skirt of hers. But, you know, if I wanted to do Starfire, is there anything stopping me? Or do you fully believe that gender doesn't matter, color doesn't matter, nothing matters as long as you're having fun?
Exactly, yeah. I love this question because I feel like it's not touched on enough in the community. I think, like, as long as you're comfortable in the costume, you feel good wearing the costume, it's your favorite character, whatever, and you like it and you're enjoying yourself, wear whatever the hell you want, because that's all that matters. I don't care, like, your gender, your race, anything. You just wear whatever you want, as long as you're not, like, gonna offend somebody else, of course, or hurt somebody else, but I think you should be able to wear whatever you want, just enjoy yourself like everyone else, enjoy the community. The anime community is really nice. I really like the whole con community.
I love the con community because they're so accepting. You know, I've never had problems. Like, I didn't do a spot on Kaneki cosplay, which I thought was going to be a huge problem because it's literally I cut the sleeves off of a hoodie. I had the mask and the wig and everything, and then I just wore skinny jeans. And it was a Avenged Sevenfold hoodie. It wasn't even like his actual hoodie or anything. But people were really nice about that. So do you think that if, for example, if a newbie is doing a cosplay, does it have to be spot on? Or do you think that it's okay for them to just kind of wing it and come up with their own alternative version of their favorite characters?
Oh, I think that's definitely okay. For a lot of costumes, it's like, you know, since it's animated, there's a lot of physics and different things you can't get on your costume. And if there's a way that you can make it the way you want, it's kind of like art. It's like you can make it whatever you want. Not everybody is gonna, you know, paint the Mona Lisa or whatever.
Like you have that creative freedom.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you want, you know, your character had to have purple hair instead. Do it. I know for me, I've modified a lot of styles for costumes because either it's just, you know, one, too expensive, or I feel comfortable wearing that way instead. Because I know for when I did Amethyst, that was like body paint hell.
Oh, I bet.
I was like, everything's purple everywhere. And instead of wearing like her kind of tank top thing, I found a cute top that was just like, you know, black short sleeves, crop top, had a cute little keyhole, you know, like the little sweaters do. Yeah. And I put the gem on, I painted everywhere, and I really liked it. I
mean, that sounds fun to me, and that's what I like, is that you can have that creative freedom and everything. I just feel like there's a lot of pressure on like newbies for getting into the scene and feeling like they're going to get judged. Do you have any specific tips for people that are wanting to get into cosplay?
I would say, honestly, if whether you want to buy it, you want to make it, you want to just like kind of do, it's called like closet cosplay, where you just kind of pull out what you have.
Sounds like my Kaneki cosplay a lot right there.
I mean, yeah, but honestly, like you can just rock it if you like it and you like taking pictures in it. You like just being in it. Like that's all that matters, is how you feel being in the costume. Because I know that's a big thing for me, is when I wear the character, I obviously love the character to death, but I also feel a lot more confident and a lot more, you know, myself, I guess. Like
you kind of take on their persona and everything when you're in that cosplay.
Yeah, it's
because I was super like quiet and moody when I was in like Kaneki's cosplay. I was like, don't talk to me. But
like,
then but like everyone was super accepting of it, like I said. So it's like, I feel like that's what newcomers can expect from the cosplay scene. Unfortunately, there's no cons going on right now, though, with the whole pandemic and everything. How has that affected your cosplay with COVID and stuff like that? Like, do you still try to get into those personas, to try and get to those cosplays when you can?
I mean, yes and no. So when I wasn't really working a lot from the whole pandemic and the closure, and I was furloughed from most of my, well, I have 2 jobs, so from both of them, basically. I kind of just like, I would get my unemployment, so I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna put a little bit away, start, you know, making small purchases here and there to build up, you know, what eventually will be the full costume. So I'd make little purchases, like I bought the suit during quarantine, the Jill suit. Okay. I've been like wig shopping. I have a few things in my cart. I know my fiance is gonna cosplay Dr. Roxo.
That's gonna be really cool.
From Metalocalypse, so I have like this Amazon cart. It's just like 3 different costumes.
Just like stacked with them.
I know with the costumes I have, I'd made like a few TikToks with them. I kind of tried out TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you do like the anime like dances that they do on TikTok? I can't dance at all. So
yeah, I'm way too awkward. Like.
Is it another one of those like we got to get you drunk and everything?
Yeah.
We got to start investing in alcohol for this show.
Oh yes. Oh yes. It'll be a whole nother show.
Right.
But yeah, no, it was a mixture of catching up on shows, catching up on games, slowly piecing cosplays together, and then I got more into like art and stuff. And like, fun fact, I actually drew an Ahiego Face.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a girl with green hair and horns. And
we're gonna have to show that later. Like when she sends that to us, we're just gonna have a blow up version of like your drawn Ahiego Face. It's gonna be great. It'll be beautiful. I'm excited. So many nosebleeds.
I was proud that it didn't look like you know, her eyes were like coming out of her face.
I mean, I never want a girl's eyes to come out of her face. You know, that's good.
Those too, if you want.
I could do like a little horror spin on it, something.
Yeah, I mean, roll 34.
Stuff. Oh,
you
true.
know, yeah.
Thomas the Train. Yeah.
Oh God, there's. I don't even want to think about that. Thomas the Train Engine kind of terrifies me. I played that like Skyrim mod and not about it. Not about it. So, has cosplay like helped you get through this whole pandemic with being stuck at home? Has it been kind of like a focus for you that keeps you from, because for me it's just anime is my thing. Like I just watch a ton of anime, I sit there and simp over my waifu and stuff, and I'm just like, you're what's keeping me alive. You know, but like what's keeping you away from like the recluse depression that seems to be like relevant to almost like everyone, not even just weebs, but like everyone of our generation that's kind of stuck at home right now. Like how has cosplay helped you with that?
Honestly, it's just a creative outlook for me, I guess. If
like
that's
an
the
outlet
word.
and everything.
Yeah, outlet.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Outlet.
One of those words.
Words, English don't.
Right.
It's definitely a creative outlet for me. Because I am one of those people that I like to make stuff. Like it doesn't matter what it is, I'll just make it. And cosplay for me, it just like it engulfs like everything I like. So like anime, video games, nerd stuff, whatever, in a costume. So it's just like being able to make that and then being able to take pictures in it. Take pictures like, a lot of little kids really like the characters.
Yeah,
so like I take
true.
a ton of pictures with like, little kids and their families or just like anything like that. So it's just nice to be able to know that what I'm making, as soon as things can open up again and as soon as cons can come back, I can see my friends again, I can drink, I can, take pictures with everyone. So it's more of like I'm keeping myself busy now because I know it'll benefit me later on. Yeah. When things open up again.
I mean, that's a really good outlook on it, and I hope everyone has that outlook to where they can just have that, something that keeps them busy, and that's the biggest thing. Like whether it's watching anime, doing cosplays, being on page 306 of Hentai Haven, like whatever floats your boat, find that thing that kind of like helps you get through this whole pandemic. And then how does it feel to have that younger generation of cosplayers? Because I know when I was in high school, like I'm almost 30, everyone kind of made fun of you for being a weeb. Weeb wasn't even really a thing. You were just a straight up nerd, get out of my friend group type thing. You have all the cat girls, like the Neko girls running around high school, like hissing at people. Kind of gave us a bad image, but it was a thing. Now it's like super accepted. You see everyone kind of just like opened up to the whole weeb culture, especially like you were saying, like the little kids and everything. Like, is that like a huge drastic change for you to have to get used to that? So like little kids not only being into your character, but knowing who they are and like watching anime.
Yeah, honestly, because when I was in high school, it was very frowned upon. Like you said, like there was the kids that were kind of weird and they cosplayed at school and they made the weird hissy noises and acted like animals and stuff. So yeah, I was definitely bullied a bit because I had like the binder of just like Super Sonico, big boobs, bikini, like all the anime girls. I had
all the waifus.
Oh yes, I had Ryuko on there in her battle suit. Like just a whole side was dedicated. Oh, it's my favorite.
It's so good.
A whole side just dedicated to that, and I would get made fun of a lot. But now it's like I like it now that it's accepted more because it's like now kids in high school don't have to like be upset or get bullied about it nearly as much. Yeah. It's like kind of what we probably had to handle. Exactly. So I'm very happy about that, and I think it's cool that people can get into anime at a younger age because that basically will just kind of give them the ability to watch more shows, branch off into different genres of anime. Just like there's so many possibilities as you start younger. So exactly.
And do you feel that anime is making a impact on all communities, not just like weeb culture in general, but like an international type thing, because it's like our relations with Japan, our relations with Korea, because there's been like Korean like manga and everything that's been brought over and like adapted into like Japanese anime and stuff. Was it like Tower of God? That was one I think you were telling me about.
The Korean web comic.
Yeah, it was a web comic.
The Japanese anime, which typically didn't happen before now.
Yeah, and it's like cool things like that where we're overcoming those boundaries, that were like set before, to where like Westerners couldn't do anime, and now all of a sudden we've had like semi-success with some American styled anime, whether it's going to be like Afro Samurai, we have the Avatar, Avatar is huge, and like Korra and everything, I would still consider those kind of like Western style like anime and everything, but also the fact that their relations with Korea and bringing that over. And I've watched a few videos on how, the Japanese are totally okay with us just sitting there and like being weeby as fuck, and it's like it doesn't offend them at all or anything. And I know that's like a big thing for a lot of people. They feel like we're just offending everyone. Yeah. But do you feel like everyone's getting closer just because of these animated series?
I mean, I definitely think it's definitely a big impact because when I first started like working at Comic-Con and stuff, I would always talk to like our booth managers and stuff, and they've been doing it for like years. Like that's like their career. So they would kind of tell us about how like conventions like wouldn't have as much anime stuff, like nearly as much. It would just be kind of like one or two booths here and there. And now it's like everybody has figures and everybody has everything from every series now because it's just killing it money-wise.
It is. I just wish the figures weren't so expensive.
Oh, yes.
It kills me. I have my Noodle Topper, which she's waifu. Like, I love her. Mm-hmm. She's great. She's great for noodles. Not like that, but like, you know, ramen.
Either way.
Yeah, no, judgment-free zone. We're cool. So the biggest question when it comes to anime for me, and like we might be having to fight a bunch of people over this, so be ready. Sub or dub?
I am very much sub, but I don't have like an opinion to where I'm gonna be like, how dare you like this and not this. That's just like my preference, but I go through moods where like if I'm drawing or if I'm cooking or if I'm doing something else, I will turn on dub. And, like, I don't mind it.
So you're not missing out on something playing in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
But who's the most annoying character, whether it's dub or sub? Ooh. Like, who is the most annoying? For me, personally, fucking Asta from Black Clover. Oh. The dude yells more than my stepmom. And not about it. Like, badass character, really dope fighting skills. But his voice, it just, like, grates me. Like, like, if we can just insert, like, angry anime waifu face there. Like, she's just... But yeah, right? Just the eyebrows. But, like, for you, who would that be?
You know, it's been such a while since I have watched dub. Mm-hmm. I cannot think of someone I hate, but I guarantee you, as soon as I go home, I'm gonna be like, I hate that one.
Like, have you... Like, Goku's voice, for example. I'm probably gonna get so much hate from all the Dragon Ball Z fans, but Goku subbed... surprisingly is worse than the dub. You know, most people assume that the sub, like the original voice actors, are going to be better than the American actors because they have like, I think it's 120 voice acting schools in Japan, just because of how big the market is for that now. And we have maybe 120 voice actors total in America. So it's like, you see a lot of repetition and everything, but Goku's voice in Japanese sounds like a 13-year-old Japanese girl that's going to destroy you with a spirit bomb. And it's like, it doesn't like correlate to me. So like, I absolutely despise his voice in like Japanese.
Not feeling it.
Yeah, just not feeling it. And like Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin, same thing. Sounds like a Japanese woman, which, you know, no offense to like the actresses or whoever does the voice acting for it, but to me it just does not fit that character. He's Samurai X. He's gonna chop you in half, or actually he's gonna use his reverse blade, whatever. Weeby moment. But you know, stuff like that where it's like they're super action-based shows have these really annoying voice actors that just don't fit. So that's my thing, where I will watch those dubbed all the time. But I'm the same as you. I'm not going to judge someone for that, except for, you know, our crew. I judge them pretty hard, and for, you know, yeah, I'm getting so many emotions back here right now. So back to your cosplay. What is the hardest cosplay that you've ever done?
Honestly, it's a mix between May and freaking Arcade Sona from League of Legends.
Yeah?
Yeah, because Arcade Sona was the first costume that I have ever like sewn completely myself, like made everything 100%. Usually I'll buy like a base of something and I'll just add stuff to it. But yeah, Arcade Sona was just such a pain.
I feel like every League of Legends character would be a huge pain, especially like making the armor. Like Jessica Nigri's armor and everything. Like her armor is amazing. Not just because it's like hardcore cleavage, but also it's just like, you know, she makes really good armor.
Yeah.
And it's Jessica Nigri and she has hardcore cleavage. But
Queen.
Yeah. Simp. But, you know, stuff like that, it's like, I've never made armor before, so I can't really understand like how hard it is. Like for something like a League of Legends cosplay, how much time did you put into that?
Oh my god. I want to say it was like just 3 months straight of me getting off work.
3 months?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'd get off work, I'd go down to my friend's house in Cave Creek, and then we would just work on it from like, I want to say 3 o'clock all the way to like almost midnight sometimes.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then
it's like a whole nother job at that point then.
Yeah, and it got to the point where like we were not finished and we were going to the hotel on Thursday for the con, and we were still making shit. Crunch. Yeah, we were still making shit in the freaking hotel. So that was definitely a big one for me. And then the other one, May, like everything for her was like decently, like it wasn't too bad. It was like, okay, yeah, I have to put the work in, but the tank was like the biggest pain in the ass for me.
I bet.
Oh my god, because it started off with me trying to find like just like 2 office trash cans that were like see-through, and then I could just put like a tube inside, glue them together, have the LEDs in it. No, that didn't work out. I went to the Container Store, I went to Walmart, I went to like every store you can think of in the Blue Planet, like, and I could not find anything. So then it was finally like, well, I have a lot of excess foam for making the boots, because I made like huge boots.
Yeah.
And I wanted.
I saw they were kind of like platformed a little bit.
Yeah, that's all foam. And then I had some fur glued around it. But yeah, it's all foam glued to rain boots.
What?
Yeah.
See, stuff like that where it's like I can't wrap my head around. Like I can't sit there and just brainstorm and be like, oh, I'm just going to buy some rain boots and just like convert those over into like one of the biggest characters in Overwatch. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, I don't understand how you cosplayers do that. Like, that's just so crazy.
It was a lot of, like, just, like, me sitting there, like, while I'm zoning out or disassociating, being like, if I do this, then maybe this will work. And then I'd start, like, drawing shit out, and I'd be like, okay, well, if I get a freaking rain boot and I just glue it to, like, it was, like, 4 or 5 cuts of foam that was the shape of the boot. And then I would heat gun it to make it a little more, you know, boot looking instead of like just flat Minecraft kind of. So like.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to look like a Minecraft character. Exactly. Unless you're cosplaying a Minecraft character, then I guess it would.
100%. That is definitely on my list. I want to do like sexy Enderman is like what I want to do.
That would be great. Mm-hmm. Like I really want to do just a sexy plague doctor for Halloween. That's my thing, you know.
Oh
just,
yes. You know. That is like that'll be prime.
It's
definitely.
Gonna be great. Like all my friends are gonna go blind that night from how pasty I am, so it's gonna be perfect.
Lewd.
Right, lewd. Very lewd.
But yeah, that tank was just the biggest pain in the ass because it was like when I finally decided to, you know, X the container idea, I went to Joann's. I lived at Joann's. Like every con season, you'll see me at Joann's for hours, Michael's, any of them.
So those would be your like biggest recommendations for new cosplayers is to go to those places for it?
Especially if you're building something and you're just like, I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna use to make this do the thing. Mm-hmm. So
the thing!
Yes, please.
I just thought of Cora. Do the thing!
Do the thing!
Anyways, continue.
But I ended up finding a freaking acrylic sheet that was you're supposed to use it to make like those like stained glass window pieces or the shrinky dinks and stuff, and it was just
shrinky dinks are really cool.
Yeah, I thought about using the excess to like make little necklaces. But yeah, I took, it was like a huge sheet, like poster board that you use for like your school project kind of thing, and I just like I kind of had to slowly weed it around the piece of foam I had. I had like a base, and then I had a little tube that was like skinny that went through. Okay. And then I had a foam head that was basically Snowball's head, and then I carved out. So cute. Oh, I love him so much. I carved out the eyes. I painted it, and then I made sure the LEDs went through the tube and in his head so that his eyes would.
Oh wow. That's so like really detailed.
Oh, I was in love with it, and it has broke a total of 6 times, and I have refixed it 6 times.
I mean, Snowball's worth it though. You can't let Snowball be broken.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, he builds your snowmans. Like, I could insert a Frozen song here, but I'm not going to. We're not doing that.
No Disney. Only white.
Do you want to build a snowman? No, it's not happening. So what are some funny moments that you've had at con? Because like I've seen multiple weird things happen at con. You like, we used to play Ninja, you know, where it's like the person to your right does something to try and touch you, and then you dodge it. And I totally just did the fusion hop. But you know, it's like, what are some things that have happened to you at con?
Oof, okay.
Because I know the after parties get crazy.
Oh yes. There's a lot of things, a lot of stuff. Honestly, I think the weirdest thing that has happened was I dressed up as Shiro from Dead Man Wonderland one year at Sabaton.
Shiro's so great.
Oh, I love her. That was like one of my favorite costumes. But I had the suit, I had the wig, I had the contacts, the paint, everything. And I was super proud of it. And I like sewed my own little mittens, like the one she has.
Yeah, that's cute.
Oh, I loved them. But we were just walking around vendor hall, and this guy like came up to me. He's like, oh, I love your cosplay. And I was like, oh, thanks. And he started singing the freaking theme song, like, super loud.
Oh, my God.
And I was just like, am I supposed to do something?
Like, are you supposed to join at that point?
Yeah,
or are you supposed to do, like, a dance? I don't know.
I was like, I don't have nearly as much alcohol in my system right now. And he was freaking following me, and he wouldn't stop singing the song. And I was just like,
Just like run.
I was just trying to buy some figures, man. I don't
Right?
know.
It's people like that though that kind of bring character to cons though, because I've seen the videos of the people that will go around with what is it, like a little piano or like the flute, and they'll sit there and they'll play like everyone's theme song as they see their cosplay, and then you just see everyone like freak out. If I was going to a con and someone started playing Unravel, like I would like singing hardcore. I don't know all the words in Japanese, but I would try, and I would sound horrible. But anyways, so like you had a guy follow you, he was singing your theme song and everything. What else has happened?
Honestly, there was a time I went to, was it Fan Fest, I think they called it? It was before Phoenix Comic Con got called Fan Fusion.
Oh,
so
yeah, they've changed the name so many times.
Yeah, they had a Fan Fest that was a mini version of Comic Con, and it was like, I think right before or right after Christmas, so like it wasn't super busy because, everybody spent their money for Christmas.
Yeah.
And this is like one of the few times I've ever made a scene in my life. But we were in the, it was at the Phoenix football stadium.
Oh, like the Cardinal Stadium?
Yeah, the Cardinal Stadium. Sports teams.
Yeah, sports balls.
Football, run, catch, I don't know. But,
I only know sports anime, so.
Exactly.
Haikyuu.
Exactly.
Yeah, Haikyuu's awesome.
But I'm like walking through, and I'm dressed up as Mimi-chan from Mimi.
Okay.
And I catch these like two older dudes that are like at a table, and I'm watching them like take pictures of underneath girls' skirts.
Wow. I thought I was lewd, but
I went off because
good.
it was like people that were like too young to even like kind of,
That's not okay.
Yeah, no. So I went off. I made a huge scene, and I was like, excuse me, why are we taking pictures underneath people's skirts? Did they give you permission? No, I went off. And then they just looked at me, and then they left.
And it's horrible that stuff like that happens, because it's like you shouldn't have pervy old men like that dictate how women should dress. Like, the fact that, the Kill la Kill outfit, like her battle outfit was banned in like most like cons and everything, and it's all because like pervy guys. It shouldn't come down to the fact it's like how you dress. It's based off of a character.
Exactly.
It'd be different if you're going and you're just dressing up and you're dressing like super scandalous just to do it.
Yeah, just to.
But if it's based off of an actual character, like have some respect, like especially if it's young girls, that could scar them.
Oh yeah.
For the rest of their lives, where they're not going to cosplay anymore. It may keep them from watching that anime again or something, because it brings back the memories.
Yeah.
So it's like people like that, and they're probably not even weebs. They're just there for like the lewd outfits.
Yeah, they really didn't. They weren't wearing merch. They didn't buy merch. They had the pass, but I was just like, why are you?
Yeah.
Like,
don't be like Master Roshi, guys. Keep it. Exactly.
A brighter story I have, this is just more funny, but it's one of my photo shoot stories, but I went to Fear Farm to do a Geek Life charity photo shoot.
Oh, Geek Life's really cool. I like Geek Life.
I love Geek Life. We had an appointment with Connor. He's not really on his socials a lot, but he's Choco Zumo.
Okay.
If you look him up, he's really cool. He honestly, he was one of the most like comfortable, smooth photographers I've ever had. I was super awkward when I did this photo shoot, because I didn't really know how to pose myself. I'd be awkward
at any photo shoot.
Yeah.
Like I would just be sitting there doing diva poses or something.
Exactly. I just honestly, it's taken me a while, and I'm still kind of awkward sometimes, but I just did not know how to freaking pose myself. I was just I don't know, I don't know.
Typical anime pose.
Yeah, so I'm just but yeah,
I do that to my dog,
me.
so.
I do that to everyone.
Yeah.
Or someone's just like, I hate you. I'm just like, that's all. But yeah, he was helping me pose. He did such a beautiful job on my Saw cosplay. I did Billy the Puppet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But before we got out there, it was hot as hell. It was probably around this time a few years ago.
Okay.
But they let us use Fear Farm for all of our
the backdrop and everything that's really cool.
And yeah, because I've never actually been to Fear Farm because I'm a total baby. I love horror, I love gore, I love all the messed up stuff like that. but haunted houses scare the living shit out of me.
Really? I was actually in one of those haunted houses. I was one of the creepy Lego men.
Really?
I didn't know Lego men could be creepy, but I was that. It might have just been me being creepy dressed as a Lego man, but we're not gonna get into that story.
Dude, I would live to be a scare actor because I don't like being scared. I don't know. The dark, the suspense of something coming at me, I still to this day cannot handle it.
So what's the scariest anime that you've seen? Or like the goriest?
Well, I'll say one of the animes that really kind of scarred me for a while was freaking Corpse Party.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was before I was like super into horror. I was still in high school, I'm pretty sure. But I saw that, I couldn't remember, maybe it was like PewDiePie or something was playing Corpse Party. So I started watching it because I saw like horror and, you know, cute anime girls. So
yeah,
like, okay.
It's a wonderful combination.
Yes, exactly. And like I love the writing and I love the story and like the games are really good. But it scared the absolute shit out of me.
Oh, I bet.
Like the most like screwed up, gory like deaths I've ever seen. I don't know if you've ever like kind of watched or played it because it's also an anime. It's a very short anime, but
I didn't know that.
It's basically like if you die in this realm that you get sent to from like a Sachiko spell that everybody thinks it's a friendship spell and it's not, it's a curse.
Yeah.
If you die in the place that you get sent to, like, and the people live and come back, you don't exist anymore in reality. And so the only people that know you ever existed are the people that saw you die, basically.
What?
Yeah, just like things like that and like jumping into dimensions.
So intense.
Oh, it scares the shit out of me.
I bet.
Oh, it's so scary.
I'm gonna have to try this out.
It's really good.
Remind me, because
Yes.
I need to watch that.
It fits the season, the spooks.
Oh yeah. Speaking of spooky, we actually just wrote an article on Parasite, and that is one that you're gonna need to watch, especially if you like gore. If you like people's heads splitting open and turning into like these weird appendages with knives on the end and slicing you to death and everything. Like I said, 'tis the season. That one's super gory. There's a dog that like comes apart and it's like and attacks you, and
like
it's
Evil?
and it's terrifying because it flies, but it like uses its organs to turn them into wings and like flies at you. So if you want some good nightmares, definitely check that out. Check out our article and everything. We did like a whole review on it.
Yes.
Another really scary one for me would be Future Diaries. Not so much that the anime itself is scary, but like I said, I'm into yandere, but I'm also scared of yandere, and Yuna Gasai is like the yandere girl.
Yes.
And
I did cosplay her in high school.
Did you? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yuna Gasai is amazing.
Yeah, I did her outfit where she has the black corset and the black pants.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she terrifies me.
I loved her. She was probably one of like in that realm of like the first animes I ever watched.
So what are some cosplayers that you like to work with?
I really like Cozy Jeans. She's super sweet. She has a really good Moira, and she cosplays a lot of Rainbow Six right now.
Nice. I like Moira except for when I play against her, because I don't like the auto aim.
Oh no.
Yeah, but the cosplay sounds cool.
Yes. And then I really like Game 2 Hype. He's the Lucio cosplayer that I have a lot of pictures with.
I saw his picture. He does a really good Lucio,
Yes,
actually.
He's so fun. He has a really good personality. Chesh Smiles. She does a lot of everything. She mostly does like Harley stuff, and she does a lot of different Overwatch characters. She does like Ash, stuff like that.
Nice.
Steampunk Vintage. She's super sweet. She does a lot of everything.
Steampunk stuff is so cool. I wish I could do steampunk.
She has really cute steampunk cosplays, but she also does like Diva and like stuff like that. I have a few photos with her too. And then Summer Breeze cosplay. She is like the best Symmetra I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she is super cute. I love her.
Symmetra's another one of those where like she's awesome until you play against her.
Yeah,
and then you're like,
you have to deal with all of her freaking turrets.
all the turrets.
Oh,
Death.
I used to get so pissed at that character.
Same, especially when she had like 6 of them. It was like, I don't like this.
Oh, I'm good.
Right, insta death.
And then my two friends, Reina, she does a whole Zenyatta cosplay, and she is so good with foam.
Can she float?
Honestly, if she could make herself float, she probably could, because her foam skills are insane.
Oh god, I just said believe it.
Believe it.
Believe it.
My friend Sierra helped me make Arcade Sona.
Oh, okay.
From
League of Legends.
League of Legends, yes. That cosplay took forever.
Oh, that was when you're talking about where it took you like 3 months of like full-time work essentially to do that.
She was my buddy because she was right alongside me making
Weebs are so ride or die with other cosplayers. It's great.
Yes. I like to branch out and kind of hang out with everybody, like whoever will just take pictures or hang out with me. But a lot of those people I've known from high school, and we kind of all were just weebs building ourselves up. So we kind of all just kind of connect when we can, and it's nice.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you have such a good support group. That's like the biggest thing for this community, and everyone has something for them out there. You know, whether it's cosplaying video games, anime, whatever it is, you know, there's something for them out there. And, you know, you're going to make friends no matter what at con. You know, and hopefully all of our viewers can find you at con. But until cons are back, where can we find you?
So all of my handles, so Twitter, Instagram, I have a different name on TikTok, but Twitter and Instagram are just Chibi.Cat.Cosplay.
Okay.
And then my TikTok is JoshLVR24. And then I have a Facebook page that's also Chibi.Cat.Cosplay.
Nice. Well, it's wonderful having you here. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Once again,
you.
this is Talk Nerdy to Me by WeebieAF.com, and we'll see you again soon.